to dissect what we have for you guys today. So now what we've noticed is that things have changed over time. Costs are higher for some destination or some popular destinations, and policies have become stricter. So what can we, or what have we seen recently? What we've seen recently is not just policy changes, it's fear. Applicants are afraid to put in application to school or to start the visa processing process because they are scared. But opportunities are not gone. Their strategy must change, or strategies have changed. That is why we are hosting this 2026 Study Abroad Summit, to let our applicants, or to let future students who want to go to any of the destinations that we'll delve into in today's summit, get policies and also to show where to study, considering the policy changes for other destinations. So I'll delve right into it. We have 5 international schools on the call today, and we have Fanshawe College on the call. We also have Burgundy School of Business on the call. We have Holmes Institute in Ireland on the call. We have Fleming College on the call, and we have Aden University on the call. So okay. So I believe Holmes Institute from Ireland is now ready to. Okay. So I believe we'll go with Aden University. We have Temi Tope from Aden University on the call. She's going to start the presentation on Aden University. So Temi Tope, you have the floor now. Kindly go ahead, and the floor is yours. Hello, Temi Tope. Are you on the call with us? Okay. I believe we have another representative from Aden University on the call with us, Joyce Anza. Joyce, kindly let us know if you are on the call. Okay, Joyce is here with us, so Joyce is going to go ahead and present on Aden University for us. So Joyce, you have the floor. Hello, Joyce. We can't hear you, so if you are trying to present, we just want you to know that we can't hear you at all, or see your presentation. So let us know if you are here with us. Okay, all right, good. Joyce, the floor is yours. Thank you. Hello, Joyce. We can't hear you. We can't hear you at all. Hello, Hello, Joyce. If you can hear me, kindly adjust your microphone so that we can hear you because we currently cannot hear you at all. We see your presentation on the screen, but we can't hear you. Hello, Joyce. We can't hear you at all. I believe we've lost Joyce on the call. Okay. We have lost Joyce on the call. So we'll kindly wait for Joyce to join us again or to rejoin the meeting, the session again. Give her 2 minutes to rejoin the session.
Am I audible
Okay,
now?
Joyce.
Am I audible
Yes,
now?
you are audible now. Yes, you are audible now. Okay, great.
All right. So please just give me a minute to share my screen and I'll start right away. Please let me know if my screen is visible. Is my screen visible?
Hello, Joyce. Your screen is visible and we can hear you.
All right. So thank you all for joining. I'll quickly introduce myself again. My name is Joyce and I'm the Business Development Manager, West Africa for Aden University. So without wasting too much time, I'm going to go right into it. Now, Aden University, we're a very young university with in the UK. We have another campus in Berlin, but for today's presentation, I'm just going to be focusing on our UK campuses. Now, if you go online and you check for Aden University, you're going to see a lot of campuses, about 8 campuses spread across the UK. But for international students, we currently only have the Manchester and our London Stratford campuses open. Now, on both of these campuses, we have a total of 14 full-time on-campus programs. 3 of those programs are undergraduate programs and 11 are postgraduate taught programs. We have 4 intakes every year in February, May, September, which is currently open, and November intakes. We also have very competitive fees and bursaries. I'm going to be sharing more light on the bursaries that we have open to international students. At this time, we do not have on-campus accommodation, but we have a lot of service providers that students can use the opportunity to check their services and go with any of the accommodation options that matches their budgets. Now, for a very young university, we have some awards and recognitions that we are very, very proud of. And most notable among those is we are ranked number 1. Our executive MBA rather is ranked number 1 in the UK by CEO magazine for 2 consecutive years in 2024 and in 2025. We have also been the winner of the Education Investment Awards in 2022. We are currently ranked 5th in the UK for student satisfaction by a National Student Survey. This ranking is very, very important to us because it just tells you, it's a testament from students about their overall experience at Aden University. At this time, we have a little over 7,000 international students spread, studying across all of our campuses. And part of the National Student Survey and why we are ranked 5th is because over 90% of all our students agree that our lecturers and our academic staff make the subjects very engaging. And when they have completed their studies at Arden University, they have the right skills that they need to go on into very successful careers. 90% of all our students get employed within the first 3 months of graduation because we are very, very intentional about how we provide support to our students. And I'll be sharing more of that as we continue. Now, this is a brief overview of our Manchester campus. I just want to put the video. It's a very short video, but it gives you an overview of how beautiful and well equipped our campus at Arden University is. So students who choose to come on campus know that they're going to have, sorry, I'm sorry, I don't know why. Just give me a second to move out of this page. Right. So as I was saying about our campus, it just gives you an overview of the quality and the experience that students are going to have at Arden University, because we just don't want students to come and study only. We have very good teaching spaces. We have quiet spaces on campus. We have entertainment spots on places on campus where students can express themselves. We have religious spaces on campus too. This is for students who want to practice their religious activities. So there's something for everybody who chooses to study at Arden University. Now, for one part that I'm very, very interested in always talking to students about, we offer very good scholarship and funding opportunities for our students. Now, for our undergraduate programs, we have uniform tuition across all our programs. The tuition is £16,000. And if you will be studying at our Manchester campus, we issue the student automatic £4,000 in discount. If the student will be studying at our London campus, we give an automatic 3,000 in tuition discount. For our postgraduate programs, and this is inclusive of all our MBA programs, the tuition is 17,500. For our scholarship, we give them automatic 5,000 if they'll be studying at our Manchester campus, and we give them automatic 4,000 off if they'll be studying at our London campus. You agree with me that this is very, 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 very generous. So in general, if this scholarship that I just talked about now, you don't need a separate application for it. It comes automatically with your offer. So if you'll be studying at our undergraduate, your tuition, if we apply the scholarship, can come down to £13,000. And for our postgraduate programs, it can come to as low as £12,500. Now, particularly for our September intake, we have introduced an early bird discount scholarship. That means students have the opportunity to save additional £2,500 in scholarships, in tuition, sorry. So if the students, to be eligible for that additional 2,500 early bird discount, the student has to be cast ready by June 22nd. And what do I mean by cast ready? You must have submitted your application, you must have passed our credibility interview, must have met any other pending condition on your offer, paid your tuition before the 22nd of June, and you'll be eligible for additional 2,500 in tuition discount. Now, if we apply this early bird discount for undergraduate students, it will bring down the tuition to as low as £9,000. And for our postgraduate, it will bring the tuition down to as low as £10,000. We require a cash deposit of £4,000 after, again, the student must have passed their credibility interview. We also have very flexible payment structure. This is because we want to also support the students when they come on campus to ensure that they have the financial flexibility to be able to study with more ease. Now, if the students have met all our conditions and have passed their credibility interview, our initial deposit to get your CAS is £4,000. Now, upon enrollment, we do not require students to make any other additional payment. We want you to come on campus, settle in, understand your classes, probably sort out your accommodation, whatever you need, settle in properly. And after 11th week of enrollment, require another deposit of 3,500, and the rest will spread into 2 equal installments, 2 months apart. So when you pay your deposit in your home country before you come on campus, no payment upon enrollment, we spread the rest into 3 equal installments starting 11 weeks after enrollment. That's approximately 2.5 months to 3 months. Now, these are the programs that we have on campus now. Again, if you're just researching Arden on your own, you'll see more programs than this. But for international students for now, these are the only programs that you can apply to. We currently do not have the standard year 1, so fresh out of high school students are not eligible to come on Arden University now. For our undergraduate programs, there are bachelor degree top-up programs, and we have 3: health and care management, business management, and computing. For our postgraduate programs, we have 11 programs. We have our executive MBA that is ranked #1 in the UK by CEO magazine, a standard MBA, supply chain management, project management, and public health, data science, cybersecurity. Now, we're very intentional about picking this particular program because we've seen that overall, when students come to the UK and study, these are high return on investment programs that students will typically get jobs the fastest. So we're very intentional about the programs that we want international students to come on campus to study. For our admission criteria to our bachelor degree top-up programs, typically we accept students who have completed their HND with minimum of 50% pass, that is their lower credits. For our master's degree, students must have the UK bachelor degree equivalent with minimum of 2.2. For our executive MBA, we require students to have, again, bachelor's degree equivalent with minimum of 2.2 and at least 2 years relevant work experience, preferably at a managerial level. We have waived the standard English language proficiency test, which is IELTS or PTE for all our students. Now, to be eligible for our top-up program, I mentioned that students required to have completed their higher national diploma, and they must have a previous relevant qualification to the top-up program that they will be applying for. Now, our top-up programs are 1-year programs only because it's the final year of the bachelor degree program. Now, when you have started your HND, you must have done between 2 and 3 years. We require you, for instance, if you're coming for a bachelor degree top-up in computing, you must have had your HND in computer science or very related to IT. This is because we want you to have started your prerequisite courses in those programs, and then when you come on campus, we'll give you the final year of that program and issue you your degree. For our English language test, we require students to have either the WAEC, for Nigerian students, NECO for Kenyan students, KSCE, with minimum of C6 in English. But we also require that your WAEC should be within an 8-year bracket. If your WAEC is more than 8 years, we can accept a medium of instruction letter that is issued from your university and duly stamped by the registrar. Your medium of instruction, again, should be within 5 years since you completed your university studies. If you're unable to provide your WAEC, your NECO, your KSCE, or your medium of instruction letter, to support the student, we are happy to provide free voucher for Duolingo, and you can take Duolingo and meet your English language requirement for Arden University. If you have IELTS for UKVI, we are also happy to accept that. Now, for a successful application to Arden University, we require 7 documents only. Now, we require students to have their final academic transcript, a very clear copy. If you have a student copy, that's fine. If you have the official copy, we'll prefer that. Your official degree certificate, the completed one. But if you're a very recent graduate, maybe you've graduated within the last 6 months and your final certificate is not ready, we're happy to accept your statement of result duly signed from your institution. Again, your WAEC, your NECO, or medium of instruction letter, whatever is applicable. A well-written personal statement that addresses why you have chosen Arden, why you've chosen the particular program, and the value of this program on completion. a well-written CV that details your experiences from your academic to your work experience, if that's applicable to you, a letter of reference, particularly for those who will be going for our MBA program, and of course, your passport with minimum 6 months validity. If you have all these 7 documents, you should be able to get an offer at Aden University within 24 to 48 hours. At this time, we do not have any firm deadlines yet. September applications are ongoing. We are still accepting applications, and we're happy to receive yours at the earliest too. We also have a study gap requirement for students who choose to study at Aden University. For our top-up programs, which is our undergraduate programs, the maximum acceptable study gap is 5 years. So if you're coming for our top-up program in 2026, you must have graduated or completed your HND minimum in 2021. For our postgraduate programs, and this is excluding our 2 MBA programs, the maximum acceptable study gap is 8 years. So if you've graduated in 2018, we're happy to, see you on campus. And then for our standard MBA and our executive MBA program, the maximum acceptable study gap is 10 years. So if you graduated in 2016, we're happy to accept you on campus. Now, the application process is very straightforward. What we need you to do is submit your documents to Skyned, the documents I just listed. If your documents are completed, you will get an offer in principle within 24 to 48 hours, and also a link where you'll be required to log into your cash shield. The details will be shared with you and record your credibility interview. If you have passed that, the next process is going to be very easy. They're going to provide you any pending conditional documents that you have. You can then proceed to make your cash deposit of 4,000, submit all cash documents, and then we can issue you your cash. So very straightforward process. Now, one thing that makes Aden University a very unique university is because we are very intentional about how we approach studies for our students. We offer something called a blended study schedule. What this means is that for an international student, you are required to study 33.5 hours every week. But when you're studying at Aden University, students are required to have 8 hours mandatory face-to-face classes. That means, for instance, you come to class on Monday 4 hours, on Tuesday 4 hours, and the rest of the study during the week is dedicated to independent study. What this does for students, it helps you with clarity. You're able to focus on small number of courses, learn at your own time, at your own pace. It also helps with overall well-being. You're not stressed that you have to be on campus all the time. This also helps the student to be able to work conveniently and study at the same time. Another thing we do at Aden University in terms of flexibility is that students are required to take 2 modules every 10-week period. So when you're taking 2 modules every 10-week period and studying mandatorily on campus 8 hours every week, studying becomes very, very easy, and our completion rate at Aden University is at 95% as at 2026. That means any student who study at Aden University is able to complete their studies without stress and pass at the first attempt. So this is a typical 1-year calendar, 2 modules every 10 weeks until you complete your program. This is a typical weekly calendar. You can see the mandatory 8 hours. You do 4 hours on Monday, 4 hours on Tuesday, and the rest is independent study where you have to just focus on assignments, class projects, and things like that. For our Aden Futures, we are very intentional again about supporting our students post-study. Now, when you have completed your studies at Aden University, we have a dedicated support team that you as a student can go to, and they will be able to help you to prepare yourself for careers on completion. We organize a career fest where we bring in some of our industry partners, and they are able to meet with students. Students are able to pitch themselves to them. Before then, we'll help you to prep your CV, teach you how to communicate, how to have a mock interview session, salary negotiation skills, whatever the UK job employer is looking for. We'll help you prep yourself before we organize the career fest where you can meet with some of these industry partners, preach yourself, and most of our students get jobs, like I said, about 90%, 3 months on completion of their studies. For accommodation support, we do not have on-campus accommodation at this time, but we partner with a lot of our service providers You can find it on our accommodation page by just Googling Arden accommodation. So depending on your budget and your personal preference, if you want studio apartment, if you want shared apartment, if you want an exclusive apartment, whatever works your budget, we have something for everyone at Arden University. Quickly, this is an overview of the kind of CV that we want students to provide us at Arden University. Well-detailed CV with dates, your academic qualifications, start and end dates, your work experience if it applies to you, start and end dates. Because Skyned Consult is a very credible organization, we are very intentional about the quality of the application that comes to them. So as a student, please ensure that you are submitting genuine and authentic documents for your applications. Skyned has built a reputable name in the industry, even if they've just been existent for a very short period of time. So please support them and make sure that the documents that you are bringing are genuine documents and will be able to authenticate them, because we have a compliance team that will authenticate any document that is submitted for the application process, please. To get your cards, we require students to have these mandatory documents. You must have paid your tuition deposit of £4,000. You must have received an unconditional offer letter, must have successfully passed your precast interview, so uploaded your passport with minimum 6 months validity, a tuberculosis test certificate, a financial document with 28 days maturity, an affidavit of name change if that applies to you, or date discrepancies. Please provide a supporting affidavit to explain that, and then we'll issue you your cards within 5 business days. So we also support students when they are coming on campus. We try to hold their hands to ensure that they come on campus and they are confident to start their studies. So we have a Start Smart orientation support team. We'll help you when you come on campus. If you want us to arrange airport pickup for you, we're happy to do that. When you come on campus, we also help you to settle in, know your classes, meet your colleagues that will be studying together with you, help you understand how to navigate your way on campus. We also ensure that students who come on campus, because our study schedule is quite different from the traditional way of studying, we help you ease into that, show you around, help you with the online resources that you are going to be needing throughout your studies. This just helps students to have a very, very good start and are confident to go on with their studies at Arden University. So thank you. I hope I didn't overrush it. I wanted to be as fast as possible so that I don't eat into other people's time. Thank you very much. Hoping to receive your applications on campus.
Thank you so much, Joyce. That was a very clear, very detailed presentation. So we've gotten to the point where we take questions from our attendees. So please, if we have any questions for Joyce from Arden University in the UK, you can either just raise your hand, we'll unmute you to ask directly, or you can also leave the questions in the chat box here on the meeting. So we'll take the questions now. Okay. Joyce, it seems your presentation was very clear, very detailed, so we don't have any questions for you. I'm sure you have touched on everything else, so we are going to move on to the next school. We have Burgundy School of Business here on the call. So Rudy, hello, from Burgundy School of Business is here. So Rudy, if you're on the call, we'll unmute you now, and then you can start with your presentation.
Hello, thank you very much, everyone. Hope you can hear me. That's all good. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible.
Hello, hello, Rudy. You're audible. We can hear you.
Thank you very much. I would like to quickly take the lead and possibly share my screen, because I would like to introduce Burgundy School of Business with a video that shows pretty much all of our services and the campus, the different city where we at. But quickly for information, we are a French uh, business school. We were found more than like 125 years ago, so very old university. And we are based in Dijon and Lyon, two beautiful city in France. Unfortunately, I can't share my screen. Um, I don't know why. Try to take. No, I don't have the possibility to share my screen.
Rudy, you are a co-host now, so you should be able to
Okay, let me try to do it
share your
again.
screen with us.
Participant. Section en anglais. There you go. Ah, let me know when you are able to see.
Yes, your
Yeah,
screen is
that's
visible.
fantastic. So university in France, triple accredited, top 50 by the Financial Times, number one in student satisfaction by the Happy Hat School magazine. That is a very serious survey straight set to the student where we have no possibility for us to interact. So that shows the satisfaction, the guidance that we are providing, and the seriousness of the school. I'll launch the video and I'll get back to you with like the complete presentation after that.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm in the first year of my master's degree at BSB. Why don't I show you around the campus? 2 minutes on the clock, let's go. It's been completely rethought and built around the student experience. Welcome to the Lounge, our social hotspot that's always buzzing during breaks and for all our events, like welcome parties and student campaigns. If you need to focus, the Learning Centre is the place to be. It's the nicest place in the school, bright and calm. It's perfect for studying, learning languages in the Kaizen room, or working on group projects. Here, you will also meet with your personal coach to work on your career project, your resume, and your internship. If you feel the need to disconnect, head to the Zen room and zone out for a while. Now come on, let's go up a level. Here is the House of Finance, equipped with Bloomberg technology. And one of our classrooms. We have classes in small groups to allow more interaction with the teacher. Our lecture halls, well, they're reserved for conferences with some of the very best French and international speakers. What about a short break in our green park? It's the perfect place to have lunch in the sun, relax with friends, and study while tanning. It's the good life in Dijon. Off we go again. I'm taking you to the legendary School of Wine and Spirits business, where Burgundy's vineyards reveal their secrets for success. And this is The Hub, a place to meet and talk with BSB staff who will guide and help you with all your administrative needs. Are you a sports fan? Do you need to let off steam between classes? Then you'll love our fully equipped gym, open 7 days a week. And for those of you with an artistic spirit, we even have a dance room and music studio. Welcome to our student club headquarters, where BSB's 25 student clubs prepare events throughout the year to enrich your student life. This is our kitchen. Just like home, have lunch and chill out with friends. To end our tour, join me in the entrepreneurial garden, where we plant genius ideas and grow company spirit. And voila, you've seen it all. So if you're looking for a great place to work in the heart of a vibrant and lively city, a welcoming campus where you can have a unique student experience, then Dijon, here in France, is the place to be. Come and join us soon. It's even better in real life.
I'm Solange, and I study at BSB. Let me show you around our Lyon campus. Let's go. Everything here has been designed around student experience, so you can really thrive. Ready to follow me? Right at the entrance, you'll see a strong symbol, the historic gate from our Dijon campus, a little nod to our roots. Let's head straight to the Green Cafe, the beating heart of the campus. This is where everything happens. Your coffee break, association breakfasts, or even a quick game of table football. And if you want to get involved in a cultural or sport project, or support a cause you care about, the student union is just next door. Off we go to the Learning Center, the perfect place to revise in peace, prep for your exams, do research for group projects, or finish your classes. Prefer working in pairs or as a team? There are a lot of co-working spaces. At BSB, you won't find lecturers with 200 people in the big theater. Everything takes place in classrooms, no more than 40 students, face-to-face with your lecturer. Looking for more personalized guidance? Here's the Pathfinder support space. Right here you build, with your coach, a clear path and a career plan that truly fits you. We stick with you right up until your first job. Right next door, the One Health Center. Nutritionists, yoga, or Pilates sessions at BSB, your well-being is a real priority. Now let's go to the auditorium, my favorite place. This is where you'll meet super inspiring speakers, success stories, current topics, masterclasses. It really gives you a boost. Next stop, the School of Media, Culture, and Communication, a school inside the school. If you want to manage projects in music, culture, art, influence, or any other creative fields, this is your playground. And to finish on a high note, the rooftop, the perfect spot to relax between classes. Not bad, right? So that's the tour. If you're looking for a modern campus, an inspiring place to work, and somewhere you'll feel right at home, you're in the right place. Welcome to BSB. Welcome home.
Enjoy the presentation. Can you hear me back? Can you hear me?
Yes, Rudy, we can hear you.
Fantastic, fantastic. So as you can see, this is all the company that we have a partnership with and hire our student in apprenticeship, internship, and after the first job, basically, our rate of employability is very high, more than 95% in less than 3 months. After the masters, for example. So as you can see, you have like pretty much all the different industry. We have a great connection with all the luxury brand, LVMH, Chanel, Dior, because we do have like a great program in luxury. So I'm just gonna switch quickly. You tell me if you still see my screen. All good? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Fantastic.
It's still on the partners though.
It's still on the partners? Okay, I
Yes.
got it. I have to switch. Let me get back. Okay, now do I switch? I'm just gonna switch back. Are we on the presentation in the PowerPoint?
Yes.
All
Yes,
good.
it's it.
So
Okay.
as I told you, like we have a great connection with a lot of brands. L'Oréal, LVMH, great quality of life also, because like in France, like students have a special status that give them a lot of advantage: free healthcare, cheap meal, cheap cinema, cheap gym, everything for them to be to spend less money and to be very comfortable in different aspects. And well-being is important in France. If you want to spot Dijon and Lyon, we are basically Dijon between and Switzerland here and Paris. And Lyon, it's really close to Italy and Switzerland. So there's a big attractivity in terms of jobs, in terms of internship, and big possibility also. Why not to reach Germany? The possibility like of coming and studying in France. It's also the possibility to get a Schengen visa. And the Schengen visa will give you like access to not only one country, but like more than 29 countries, which is like after, if you get a stay back visa, give you an advantage on looking a job on different markets and different country and industries that make wider, I would say, the range of possibilities. We saw Dijon campus. Now we have a lot of equipment. Like I told you, like the school was created in 1899. So we are the leader, the pioneer, trailblazer of the education system in France. We have an excellent academic ranking, like I will see later on. We have a big learning center. This is very interesting for us. We also have House of Finance. You saw the Bloomberg room previously on the campus in Dijon in the video. And something that is very, very important for us is like we have the One Health Center. This is really dedicated to the well-being of the student. I'll say make sure that they have a great accommodation and they are comfortable. They have a nutritionist. They have a psycholog, like basically doctors available for them. On if they need to talk, if they have a problem, they can always like come and like get a quick appointment with those doctors that are on the campus. Because if they are well in their life and well balanced, we are sure that they're going to be able to success and have great studies and moving forward and make sure that like it's comfortable for them to succeed. We saw the video. I'll pass on that. Lyon also, we saw the video. Great city. It's a little Paris. Those two cities are really well known to be the capital of the gastronomy and also wine in general. They are wine regions. So there is a lot of possibility, and Lyon has more focus also on the entertainment shows, video game industry, which like make this city really vibrant. With a lot of international students. Will pass. That's the new campus that we opened in September. On top of that, we have a design lab because we have a lot of live business case. I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. Like we learn on practicing, and design lab help them to like create a product, not only go and market this product, but why not make it this product for real. So we go from, I would say, the building product until going live and to promote it, market and to promote it. We have a lot of terrace. I talk about the One Health Center that is really important for us, and all the modular adaptive room was a lot of co-working room, because we are also working on a lot of group assignment, which is very important for us. Why? Because this is a very multicultural school, and something that is really important for us is that to be quick hands on work after study. So those group assignments will give them the possibility basically to discover different nationality and work with them and different work ethic, because a Nigerian, an American, a Chinese, French, or an Italian or Latin American, they don't have the same work ethic. They have their skills different, like state of mind, and it's great for them to make sure that once they're gonna be on their first job, they're probably gonna work with a multicultural also coworker, and they'll be really easy. It's gonna be really easy for them to adapt and to be efficient. So those group assignments are very important, and they represent a good 10 hours a week of group assignment assignment, and on top of the 25 hours a week in class. So as I told you, we are triple accredited, AACSB, EKIS, and the AMBA, because we have an MBA but focus on wine and spirit. We'll see that a little bit later. That set us as 1% of the business school in the world to be triple accredited, which is like 160 school probably. And in Europe, for example, there's only like 70 of them. In France, there's only 18. That's set us, I would say, like a good best 50 school among the European one. Number one in student satisfaction by Happy at School in 2022, 2023, and 2025. So this is not by chance. It's like we worked on it on every aspect, like I told you. Satisfaction for us means guidance as well. So if we got this satisfaction, it's probably because we delivered in terms of academic, in terms of life, in terms of like any professional guidance as well. This is really, really important for us to be close to our students. They are just not a number, not an email. They are more than that, and they have goal to reach, and they have objective to reach, and we are making sure that actually they are reaching their dreams. Top 50 by the Financial Time in our master's in management. So that says a lot. Actually, we are 49 if you want the ranking of our master's in management, which is one of the best in the world. At BSB, we encourage through different aspects. The pedagogy, no more than 40 students per class. Actually, it's more around 30 to 35. Teaching methods, more on practice and hands-on work. There's a lot of live business case, a lot of group assignments. It's really important for us, and a progressive curricula with a lot of research work. On top of that, we do have a lot of like inspiring people coming and deliver workshop, coming and talk to our student. International Nobel Prize as well came and once a year coming and I would say share thought with our student and share their experience as well of any market or political aspect or any other great sectors. The Pathfinder, this is basically our career center. What we are doing is like we are profiling the student, looking on his aspiration, desire, and make sure that after that he's trained and be efficient to look for a job, to look for an internship, and make sure that the student professionally succeed from the first day at work until the first job. So we are guiding the student from A to Z and make sure that like on the professional aspect and their well-being, because this is very important for us, the student will be comfortable and succeed. On three different aspects, the self-knowledge, after that school journey, during and after that the professional integration after. Make sure that they know how to build a strong resume, build a strong cover letter, make sure that they are efficient on interviews, basically dealing with how to negotiate salaries, for example. So we want to make sure that they are fully ready. Pathfinder, I'll pass on that. The health center, like I taught you before, on different aspects. We also deliver sport classes, for example, yoga classes, boxing classes. We do have like doctors available for them on many different aspects. This is all our programs, so the degrees. From the bachelor in management to the master's in management, the famous FT1 ranked. We do have Masters of Science that is blend actually with the Masters in Management in 18 months and Masters of Science in 12 months after 4 years of when we say back here is post high school. We have Specialist Masters, MBA, and also a Global DBA. We'll go a little bit into the program. We have the Bachelor in Management, 3 years, with up to 13 months in internship. Again, we coming on like learning by practicing. We help students on those finding this internship. We do have partners. We have a career center and we have a career fair. So companies are coming on our campus to recruit students, and students are coming and just drop resume, talking with them, and make sure that they can secure this famous internship. 3 years with a big focus during the last year that they'll have basically hard possibility to go abroad among our 220 university around the world, pretty much everywhere, US, Canada, UK, Australia, India, wherever they want, or basically doing one of the specialization. We are, I would say, leading the market in luxury marketing and innovation, and as well the wine and tourism. We are really good also in academic, in international business, digital management, and data web, with also, if they want, why not a specialization focus on sustainable management. So that's for the specialization in the bachelor. I'll pass quickly and go on this famous Masters in Management Programme Grande École, what we call in France, 18 months or 24 months. We do have a fast track that is the 18 months. So basically what we are doing is like we are compressing 1 full year in 6 months of Masters in Management to make sure that after they have an entire year on a specialization with a Masters of Science. Or they can take the long track with internship integrated and do Masters in Management plus MSc on 24 months. If you're coming for the fast track, and that delivers actually a stay back visa, so you can stay and work after study. This is this 18-month format. It's starting in March. So we have 2 different intake, one in September and one in March. And for this specific program, actually, the double degree one, the intake is in March. This is the fundamental of the business. And here you have all the different MSCs that are available. And double degree, I will say, after studies, it will be the next standard things. Everybody hold a bachelor. Most of the people that we know educated hold the master. How many of them hold a double degree, who can succeed and get on their resume a double degree with master's management that is more general, that is like managing a team in what? In one of the specialization: AI, data, finance, international business, luxury, sustainability, why not art, culture management, or wine management. This is for the 18 months. The 24 months start the intake in September, and then you will have a larger range of program in the Master's of Management, and like with the same MSc specialization after that, or the possibility, why not, to do a double degree with one of our partner university. All the MSCs are here. This is the one that we previously see. Luxury management is one of the top, and art and culture management also can be very important for the African market. There's like more on TVs, the cinema, music development, or festival, and cultural aspect, entertainment aspect, which is like growing in Africa sub-Saharan. The finance is always like a good choice, because there is a lot of job in the market, and for most of them, they are or in Dijon or here in Lyon. All those Masters of Science, this is only 1 year. If you already secure, for example, a BBA in 4 years, or bachelor in 4 years, or bachelor plus 1 year of master study, you can go straight to the Masters of Science. And if you have a background in business already, you'll get the Masters in Management, the double degree. And this is a great advantage. It's like you secure a double degree in 1 year if you do have previously a business background, and you get a stay-back visa on top of that. So this is all the different field, and the diploma expertise was the different goal. As you can see, those figures, we also like talked about that in the video previously. Same for here. Again, you do not need to speak French to come and study in BSB, Burgundy School of Business. All the classes are 100% English taught, with free French classes. This is mandatory for our international students. They need basically 2 hours minimum French. They can go up to 4 hours, so they can really pace up and like accelerate their level of French when they are studying with us. And that's again a good asset when they are going out of school and go for on the labor market to look for a job. They'll have like a great program, well recognized, double degree for some of them, and another language on top of it, which is like one of the most, I would say, spoken language around the world. Africa as an example, but also in Asia, Quebec, in North America, and some island also like in Caribbean, and in Europe with Belgique, Switzerland, or Luxembourg, for example. Um, for the language requirement, we do take MOI. So if you previously studied in English, you do not need to provide those language requirement. Okay. If it's not the case, then you need, I would say, to secure for the bachelor, master's in management, MSc or MBA, all those different tests. The fastest is the Duolingo, but I would say the MOI for most of you will do the work. So just a letter, and that will be fine. If you do want to apply, you can go directly straight to the bsb education.com website. It's pretty fast and quick. So follow the step one by one. This is the link. You just have to go there and like directly apply on. The second step, this is all the document that you're going to need: passport, resume, personal statement if you do the MOI, copy of the last degree obtained, transcript. If you are not receiving those documents, do not worry. You can provide that after. Language or MOI, like I told you, and any other diploma and certificate. After that, you have to pay the application fee. And look, you have a free waiver code here. If you do want to apply just with this code, event 2026, you will not pay those €100 fees. So that's a great advantage for you to like apply for free because you attend this webinar, and so we'll make this application fee basically free for all of you. After that, you'll have to go with an interview through a platform that's called AZ Recruit. 30-minute presenting yourself, showing your motivation, shows that you know the program, you know the school, you are informed, show that you are motivated. This video will be sent to the program director, and he will decide if yes or no you are in. But again, if you show interest and motivation, that's pretty much what's going to secure your acceptance. And in 5, confirm the offer of the admission. After like less than a week, you'll get this acceptance letter, and you will have 20 days to make the deposit. With this acceptance letter, after, you can basically do the Campus France process. That is like a pre-check of your academic background and academic motivation to make sure that it's okay to release the visa. Scholarship, which is very important. We have a merit-based scholarship. Again, on the same website that I provide you, you have this scholarship application. It's very easy. Just quick motivation letter to tell us why you deserve the scholarship, and we go up to 25%. Basically, we are not dealing with percent. If you're coming to study 1 year, we're giving you €2,000 straight. And if you're coming to study 2 years minimum, then we're going to give you 25%, which is like around €3,000 of scholarship. For the next September application, they're going to close on July 1st. So basically, we do have still €300,000 of scholarship that we have to distribute and give away to our students. So you want to secure a good school, double degree, well recognized around the world, because one triple accredited and FT top 50, and you want to secure a scholarship. This is now, and you have a high rate of possibility to get those scholarship now. That is the different figure. As we can see, 40 plus international international professor, like very often in all the English taught in both both campuses. Sorry, more than 80 nationalities, students coming from all over the world, and like it's a good mix and blend. More than 200 international partners, actually 226. All of them accredited institutions. So even if you decide to study 1 year and secure a double degree with one of this university, well, you're not going to lose quality in terms of academic. So even if you're going abroad, the academic excellence will still be there. And we have the famous School of Wine and Spirit, that is like the Harvard, the Stanford, you can name it, Oxford, or or Cambridge of the School of Wine. That's the only School of Wine around the world. A lot of different schools could have like a program around wine and spirit, but School of Wines is unique. And because we are in Burgundy, this is legitimate that all our programs are actually taught in Burgundy. So we do have a MBA Wine and Spirit, CVS, MS, and the MSc Wine Management that can be combined with a Master's in Management altogether as a double degree. And we also teach and help to secure for the one who know the WSET, that is like the different diploma side based on spirit and wine. And this is all good for me. Maybe if you have any question, I'm all set and all good.
Thank you very much, Rudy.
More than welcome.
That's a beautiful presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we'll take questions from our attendees. This will be a very nice opportunity for you to drop your question either in the chat box for Rudy for Burgundy School of Business, or you can just prompt us and we'll mute you to ask your questions.
Any question, guys? I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, Rudy. It looks like our attendees do not have any further questions for you. So thank you very much for the presentation. Very precise, very clear.
Thank you very much.
As well.
Hope you enjoy, and always available if you need.
Great.
All right.
So we'll be moving on to the next institution. We have Holmes Institute from Ireland on the call as well. We have Bukola representing Holmes Institute. So Bukola, if you're on the call, the floor is yours. Kindly go ahead with your presentation.
Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Bukola, joining you from Lagos, Nigeria. I am just trying to turn on my video. 1 minute, please. Okay, yes. Hi everyone, my name is Bukola. I'm the regional manager in charge of Anglophone West Africa at Holmes Education Group. Holmes Education Group is also the owner of Holmes Institute Australia, Holmes Institute Canada, UK, Ireland, and also our newest addition, which is Holmes Institute Botswana. So I'm going to be starting with Holmes Institute Botswana today. Just give me a minute to share my screen. Yeah. Can everyone see my screen, please? Okay, so I'll just go ahead. Holmes Institute, like I said, we are originally an Australian institution. We have degree awarding powers, and we have over 5 campuses across different Australian major cities. And we've also opened up campuses in other parts of Europe as well, and now Africa. So our Holmes Institute Botswana is one of our newest addition. As education providers, we have over 60 years of experience with helping students get access to global education. And we're very particular about helping students become not just good employees in the future, but also give them relevant skills that can help them build or grow businesses by themselves, and also end up employing people when they launch good careers across different fields. And all of our programs are sort of modeled around this. We want to not just help you become a good employer, but also create innovative products or innovative services that can also help you launch very good businesses or companies on your own post-graduation. Now, talking about the programs we have, all of our programs are built around digital skills and also business skills. So we focus on helping students get success or be successful in today's digital and global economy. Botswana campus is located at Gaborone, which is the capital of Botswana. We have multiple programs ranging from pathway programs to undergrad programs and also postgraduate programs. And we also have English language programs as well for students who do not come from English-speaking countries. I know we're mostly Ghanaians here on the call, so this might not necessarily apply to us. But just for informational purposes, we have English courses at foundational level. So for students that do not meet English requirements, take undergraduate programs, you can come in to study English with us at foundation level. We also have English for postgraduate studies. And in terms of the full academic programs, we have Bachelor's of Commerce in Digital Business, and this is a 3-year bachelor's program that is designed to help students build core business knowledge and business skills. And not just the average typical business degree, you also get digital skills as well. So it's going to be very common for you to be studying business with us, but having to study modules in cybersecurity and AI, because we know that's what's very relevant in today's economy. So you're not just getting business knowledge, you're also getting digital knowledge and digital skills as well. And we also have Bachelor's of Commerce in Digital Business, but this is the honors year. So this is basically the final year, or the honors year rather. And this is mostly for students who already have HNDs in their home country, or you have a diploma in your home country, and you don't necessarily want to do the full bachelor's program. You can come in to just do the final year with us. This is a 1-year program, and you graduate with a level 8 degree. And with this, you can go on to work full-time or even move ahead and go in for a master's program. Now, for the master's program we have, it's called MSc in Strategic Information Systems. This is a core IT program, but it's open for individuals from any field. Basically, the program is going to help you develop tech skills and the academic and professional skills to create information systems to digitalize whatever sector you're in. So this is not just tied to students who already have tech backgrounds. If you have a background in business, a background in nursing, engineering, healthcare, and you want to add tech skills to this is a perfect program for you to come in and study. Like I said, it's a conversion course, so you don't necessarily need to have a tech background in it. You just need to have completed an undergraduate program, a 4-year undergraduate program, and graduated with a minimum of a second class lower, and you'd be eligible for this. And this is a 2-year bachelor's program. Now, in terms of tuition fee at Holmes Institute Botswana, we've kept the tuition fee as affordable as possible. All of the fees here are quoted in Botswanian pula, but I'm just going to give you the euro equivalent. So if you have, if you're coming in for undergrad courses as an international student, the applicable tuition fee would be 60,000 Botswanian pula, which it's the euro equivalent of 3,800 euros, and that's paid per year. If you're coming in for the final year as well, it's the same tuition fee. While if you're coming in for the master's program, it's 70,000 Botswanian pula, which is the euro equivalent of 4,300 euro. So this is just some of the modules that we have for each of the programs. So like I said, all of our programs have are based in or have a tech component in it or a digital component in it. So if you're studying the undergrad program, you're going to be studying modules in interpersonal and digital communications. You're going to be studying applied digital skills. You're going to be studying modules in business law and enterprise systems, and also modules in cybersecurity, modules in business strategy, modules in business intelligence and data analytics. You're also going to be studying modules in artificial intelligence and machine learning. The same applies for our master's program. We have elective modules in cybersecurity and AI intelligence for business. We also have modules in digital transformation, information systems governance, security and ethics, and also business intelligence and data analytics. And like I said, about Holmes Institute as a whole, we have over 60 years of experience in delivering international education excellence across all of our campuses in Europe, Asia, across all of our campuses in Europe and also Australia. We have over 85,000 graduated students, and a good number of our student body comes from, of course, European countries, students from Asia, students in Australia, as well as North America and Africa. And we currently have 19 locations spread worldwide, where we also offer summer camps, we offer English language schools, and then of course we have our academic programs in Australia, in Ireland, and also now in Botswana. So this is just an image of some of our graduates. These are recent graduates from 2024 and from 2025 rather, and we're very particular about helping students get access to world-class education at a very affordable rate. We're not just helping you going to become employees in the future, but also employers of labor. And at the end of the day, we want all of our students to be very successful and to have access to the best type of education at a very good rate. So that's all of the information I have today on Holmes Institute Botswana. We currently have 3 intakes open. The first intake is going to be the August intake, and the next one would be February and then June of 2027. Now, we also have an option for intercampus transfers for students that want to come to study with us at Botswana, but you also want to experience the European education. We have an option for you to transfer to our Dublin campus. So what that looks like is you can start in Botswana and finish in Dublin, Ireland. So for example, you come in for an undergrad program, you study for year 1 and year 2, you can go and complete the 3rd and final year in Dublin. Same thing goes for our master's program. So the master's program in Botswana is 2 years. So you can start in Botswana in year 1 and then transfer to do your last year at our Dublin campus. So just a brief overview about our Dublin campus. We are an innovative business school. Like I said, our programs are designed around business and tech. We help students get quality education and also have a rich study experience in Dublin. We are located right at the heart of Dublin on Dublin 2. Our campus is directly opposite Marion Square, and we share a building with the popular Oscar Wilde building. So it's a very tourist-heavy location. It's a old building, and there are a lot of heavy foot traffic around the area, lots of cafes, and very rich student life around the area. For admissions processing, we keep it as smooth and as straightforward as possible. We just want to see academic documents and identity documents. So that means your secondary school certificate. We also want to see your international passport. If you're applying for the master's program, we want to see your bachelor's degree certificate and also your transcripts. However, if you don't have this at the application stage and you just have, let's say, a statement of results, we can accept that as well, and you're giving a conditional offer, and the pending academic documents will be listed as part of the conditions that you have to meet before you get your own conditional offer or final letter of acceptance from us. In terms of turnaround time, we have a very smooth or very short turnaround time rather. Our offers are given in 30 minutes to 24 hours of submission. Now, talking about the programs we have available at our Dublin campus, like I said earlier, all of our programs are designed around business and tech. At undergrad level, we have a Bachelor's of Arts degree in business. This is a very comprehensive business degree that has very strong emphasis in tech as well, where as students, you're going to learn core business concepts, core business methodologies, and also get tech skills. We have very small class sizes where you're going to get personalized attention from all of your teachers. Our teachers are also industry professionals, so you're not just getting academic knowledge, you're also getting professional knowledge as well through their own experiences across various fields. For entry requirements for our programs, we just need to see secondary school qualification. You don't need to have any post-secondary experience or academic qualification. With just your WASSE results, you can get admitted into year 1 with us. You don't need to come in for any foundation courses. We also have an option for the 3rd year entry. So for students that have done the HND degrees, that's the higher national diploma, you can come in for just the 3rd final year. The major entry requirement for this is you need to have done something relating to business in your HND. So if you've had a HND in accounting, in financial management, in business administration, you're eligible to come in for our third year. And course of modules that you'll be studying as a student for our business courses is business fundamentals in a digital age. You're going to be studying applied digital skills. You're going to be studying digital business, cybersecurity, business strategy, leadership development, digital marketing, and also AI and machine learning. The proposed tuition fee for this program is 10,000 euros, but we're very particular about the sort of discounts that we give our students. So the automatic discounts for students that are coming in for year one, you're going to be getting a good discount, and you would only be required to pay 6,700 euros for per year. But if you're coming in for the third year, that is the students that have HNDs, you are going to be required to pay 7,750 euros. And all of these discounts are given automatically, so it's not something you apply for separately. For our master's program, we also have the MSc in Strategic Information System. This is a core digitalization course where you're going to come to learn about digital transformation. And like I said earlier, this is open to individuals from any field, provided you have a bachelor's degree, minimum of a second class lower, you're going to be admitted into our program. So for the master's program in Dublin, it's a one-year program. So like I said, you just need to have second class lower minimum in your bachelor's degree. For the modules you'd be studying, it's a 3-semester program. So 1 year, 3 semesters. The first and second semesters are taught, and the third one would be for your master's research. In terms of modules, you're going to be studying modules in digital transformation, enterprise system, and also have electives in cybersecurity and AI for business. The proposed tuition for this program is 16,000 euros. However, you're going to get an automatic discount, and you'd only be required to pay 10,250 for the full year. Like I said, in terms of entry requirements, we just need to see for undergrad students, minimum of a secondary school qualification, so your WASE results, including maths and English. And we also need to see HND degrees in the business-related field for students that are coming in for the final year. For the masters, we need to see a bachelor's degree with minimum of a second class lower. For students that want to study in Ireland, you would require English language proficiency. This is a visa requirement, not necessarily a school requirement. So all of the English language certificates are accepted. You can provide IELTS. You can also provide TOEFL. You can provide PT academics, and you can also provide Duolingo. In terms of affordability and ease, I would recommend you go for Duolingo. So if you're coming in for the undergrad program, you need to score minimum of 100 in Duolingo. If you're coming in for postgrad, you need to get a minimum of 105 for Duolingo. So that's just a summary of what I have so far. If you want to submit your application, we can give you offers as early as possible. Of course, reach out to the team over at Skyned. They are very good in terms of processing your applications to us and also giving visa support as well. You're also going to get visa support from Homes Institute Dublin or Homes Institute Botswana, as the case may be. And yeah, to just let us know if you have any questions for me, please feel free to put them in the chat box or ask questions afterwards. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Bukola. Thank you for the presentation. It was very clear. So if we have any questions for Bukola, this will be the right time to ask her. She's available to take all the questions. You can put your questions in the chat box here or just prompt us and we'll unmute you to ask your question. So this will be a right time to put your questions through. In the absence of any questions, we would move on to the last school for today, Fanshawe College from Canada. We have Ajibola Mohammed here on the call. We have Ajibola Mohammed here on the call to take us through. So Ajibola, you have the floor now. Kindly go ahead with your presentation.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Just give me a minute while I share my screen. Hi, good evening. My name is Ajibola Mohammed, and I represent Fanshawe College. today I will briefly talk about Fanshawe College, what we have to offer for international students, and how we can help. Fanshawe is located in Canada, and amidst the old immigration policy, Canada is still one of the top destinations for international students, coupled with the fact that it's the fourth country with the best education system. This just means that a certificate, degree, diploma gotten from an institution in Canada is widely recognized. Canada is also the 10th largest economy in the world, and it's among the G7 countries. The G7 countries are 7 countries made up of Canada, US, UK, France, Italy, Japan, and Germany. These 7 countries coming together make about 10% of the world's population and 44% of the world's GDP. So this is saying that you're not just getting quality education, you're also getting it at a country with a very, very large economy. As far back as 2017, Canada was the first country amidst these G7 countries to implement the national AI strategy. This is just to say that the country is very forward thinking before the whole AI became very popular. Also, we're the second in research development spending in post-secondary institution. This is to say that our institutions, be it our universities, our colleges, are heavily funded, where students would have access to cutting-edge equipment. You would have access to professors who are not just knowledgeable in their field, but they are also industry experts themselves. Now, let's go over to Fanshawe College. We are located here. Well, in London, in Ontario. We're located in the southwestern region of Ontario. Now, I understand that for international students, when we talk about studying abroad, I see it as an investment because that's what it is. And I understand that when we're trying to apply to the schools, country, we are investing our money in it. So I always advise students to try as much as possible to be very, what's the word I would use? To try as much as possible to do research. I understand that we all want to be in the popular cities also, but we also have to be cautious about we have tuitions to pay and everything. What I'm just trying to point out is that we are located in London City, and London City is not one of the big cities, but it's a mid-sized city. It's not so big, it's not so small, it's a mid-sized city, and it is accessible to the bigger cities like Toronto. It is just 2 hours drive to Toronto, it's 2 hours drive to Niagara Falls. If a student has a US visa, it's just 2 hours drive to Detroit. So you can have access to the mid-sized city and you can still have access to the larger city. You don't have to stay in the big city whereby the cost of living is very high. But in cities like London, which is a mid-sized city, cost of living is quite affordable for international students. Also in London City, we have over 130 spoken languages in London and 10 from migration, because we have Fanshawe College in London City. We also have one university and Ivy institution. So there are lots of students, international students. Fanshawe alone houses 21,000 full-time students every year. So there are students from all walks of life, different country. That can be the 130 languages spoken, because people from different race, different culture. Also, 56% of the population growth is from international migration. That's what I was saying, where I was saying that we have a lot of international students in Fanshawe and also in Western. So students from all walks of life are here, and they also help with the population growth of the city. Now, as far back as 2025, London has over 5,000 open jobs and is predicted to have 40,000 more in the next 5 years. And this is according to LEDC, that is London Economic Development Corporation. Now, there are some major hiring sectors like healthcare, tech, there's manufacturing, there are construction. These are the major sectors for career growth in London City. Now, I understand that there are some other courses like supply chain operation management and also data analytics or marketing management that might fall under business. But this is for you to understand that there are some programs that are very generic rather, that can cut across all of these top hiring fields like supply chain management, data analytics, marketing management. It can cut across all of these top hiring sectors. That's why both I myself and Skyned were there to help you, guide you when picking a program. Now, there are various companies in London City. We have Infotech. Infotech houses around 30,000 professionals at the moment and employs more. We also have Maple Leaf. We have Labat. Labat is one of my favorite because it's a beer producing company, but was founded by an international student from Brazil. So it means that country is there for you to you're not just coming in for your studies, which is good that you're coming in, but you're coming into one of the largest economy. You might as well make use of all of the opportunities that is accessible to you. You can even start up a business of your own. This Labat is a beer producing company and international students that just came in also. So there are lots of companies that were associated with it and Fanshawe, and there are a lot of companies that are located in London City, Ontario, that are hiring. So before we go forward to talk about Fanshawe College, I would want to play a very deep about the institution. Sorry about that. Okay, so the video I just played, that short clip, is to show that most of our programs are being taught in a different manner, which is 80% practical and 20% theoretical. This is not to say that you would not have classes, but we focus heavily on the practical approach of teaching because the hands-on learning actually gets the results. And our result, or what our end goal is at Fanshawe, is to make sure that we equip you with the right skills that you need for you to excel in your career once you leave Fanshawe. So we focus on hands-on learning of approach. We also teach theoretically, but our major focus is it goes beyond theoretical. It's 80% practical, 20% theoretical. Whereby, because we believe that once you have these relevant skills, it is easier for you to excel in your career. It is easier for you to explain what you learned rather than you just coming to class and sitting down. Now, averagely, I see students come to me and say, oh, hi, Mr. Jibola, I have a bachelor's and I want to go for a master's. And my next question is, why do you want to go for a master's? Majority of students will say, oh, because I believe that's the next thing that I should go for. And they're not entirely wrong, because that's the narrative that's been for West Africa, whereby once you're done with a bachelor's, the next thing for you to do is a master's. And that's also not wrong. Now, like I said, there are major things that you need to know. Your end goal should determine the kind of institution you're going for. If your end goal is to maybe improve if your end goal is academic progression, maybe doing a master's after all, you want to go for a PhD or a DBA, a doctoral degree, then I would advise that you check out universities. But if your end goal is getting a job after your studies, I would advise that you look at colleges. So we'll briefly talk about the difference between colleges and universities in Canada. In Canada, colleges, you find tuition around 18,000 to 25,000 per year for most of the colleges. If you even check on our website, you can find some for around 17,000 thereabout, but most tuition fee range between 18 to 25. For universities, you would often find tuition fee around 25,000 to 40,000 Canadian dollars. It's a bit on the high side. Now, the objective for colleges, like I mentioned, for Fanshawe College specifically, we focus on practical approach of teaching. We focus on hands-on learning, making sure that these students understand what they are doing. We're preparing them for their specific career. Most of our programs also come with cooperative learning that helps them gain practical experience, like Canadian experience, while still studying. So we're preparing them for their career. That's our objective. For universities, they emphasize and focus more on academic knowledge, critical thinking, research skills, term paper. They focus more on that for universities. Now, the credentials that we offer at colleges, you find diploma, certificate programs, graduate certificate, bachelor's program, and some colleges have started to are offering master's program, but at the moment at Fanshawe, we're not offering masters. Now, for the universities, that's where you find bachelor's program, master's program. You would also find the PhD, the doctoral programs also there. So I hope that I've been able to clarify that. So I will be brief. At Fanshawe, we're located in London City, and in London City, we have 5 campuses. We have the Oxford Street, we have the main campus that is located in Oxford Street. That's where you find most of our amenities. That's our wellness center, our gyms. You find them in our main campus. We also have the downtown campus that houses our culinary programs, our hospitality programs. And in the downtown campus rather, we have a restaurant, a 5-star restaurant that is actually run by our students in this program. Because like I said, the main focus is making sure that these students have the hands-on learning. They're not just sitting in class, they are actually practicing what they would need in their career. So in the downtown, you find our culinary, tourism, and hospitality program. In London South, that's where you find most of our graduate programs. You find agri-business management, you find supply chain. Most of our graduate programs are located in London South, and London South is a very, very good campus. We also have our School of Transportation. That's where you find any program related to transportation. And we have the Notting Wolf School of Aviation, which I would explain more in the next slide. Now, I've talked about our 5 campuses in London, and these campuses are just a stone throw from each other. They're very close to each other. They're just like 15 to 20 minutes walk from each other. Now, we also have regional campuses. Regional campuses, they're not in London, but they're also in Ontario. They're like an hour to 45 minutes drive to London City. So students that want a more quiet and reserved area, we have Simcoe, Woodstock, and St. Thomas, 3 additional campuses. So in total, we have 8 campuses in Fanshawe. Now, one of my favorite campus would be the aviation campus, the last one in London City. So now, this campus is known as the Notting Wolf School of Aviation and Aerospace Technology. It is located directly at the London International Airport, meaning that if you're at the London International Airport, we, Fanshawe College, we have an hangar there at the London International Airport with real aircraft for our students. This is a picture of it with real aircraft. So any program that you're doing in aerospace operation, in aviation, aerospace operation management, aviation technology, aviation technician, aircraft maintenance, you would mostly be in the London International Airport in our Notting Wolf campus, where you'll be working on this aircraft, real aircraft. You'll find students actively working on it because, like I said, our focus is not just you sitting in class, knowing that this is where something is supposed to be. You have to see it yourself. You have to understand it, because teaching this way also helps to boost confidence, whereby students know exactly what they are studying. So let's talk about, I've spoken about the programs that we offer, but I'll go further to just explain briefly. We have the certificate program, which is a 1-year program, diploma program for 2 years, advanced diploma for 3 years, bachelor's degree for 4 years. We have the graduate certificate for 1 to 2 years, depending on the program. Then English for academic purpose. This is strictly for students that their first language was not in English. So I don't think any of us will fall into that category. This call. Now, we have postgraduate work permit aligned programs. As far back as November 2024, the IRCC introduced what they call postgraduate work permit aligned. This is just to say that there are some programs that allow you to stay back in Canada once you are done studying. Fanshawe is a public institution, and we offer over 200 programs, over 200 programs. But as at this point, only 100 of those programs are postgraduate work permit aligned, meaning that only 100 of those programs will allow you to stay back and work. Once you study a program, one of the postgraduate work permit aligned one, you can stay back in Canada to work. So after this is the barcode where you can scan. Immediately after my presentation, I would also drop the link in the chat box for anybody that is interested. Now, our academic school, this is our school of studies, our school of building technology. That's where you find programs like construction project management, construction technician. Our Nottingwood School of Aviation, that's where you find any program that's related to aviation. It could be aerospace operation management. We have our School of Community Studies, that's where you find programs like personal support worker, social service worker. We have School of Health Science, School of Digital and Performing Arts, and much more. So let's talk about co-op. What are co-op programs? Co-op simply means cooperative learning. These are programs whereby during the course of studies for the students, maybe the last semester, they're being attached, usually the last semester, they're being attached to an organization that does exactly what they're studying so that they can gain, not just you gain practical experience in school, we want you to also gain practical experience before you graduate in the real world. So we attach you to this organization so that you can gain that Canadian working experience already, so you can know what you've been doing before you even graduate. And most of our students that even do well in this program, some of them get to be retained in this organization. The co-op is usually between 4 to 12 months, depending on the program, and most of this co-op is paid. Because as a student, you're allowed to work for at least 24 hours a week in Canada when school is in session. So most of this co-op is paid for our students also. So it's just an opportunity for them to earn and also learn and also gain Canadian work experience. So this is always very good for our international students and all of our students. Tuition fee advantage. Tuition fee advantage is within 18 to 20,000, and this includes ancillary fees like health and dental insurance. It covers if you're in London campus, if your program is in any of our London campus, this will cover your bus pass. That is meaning that you have 1 year free bus pass anywhere around London City. You just have to tap on your student card on the bus and you're good to go. It also covers Fanshawe Care arrival service. This means that once you land, if you want us to pick you up, we'll pick you up directly from the airport to your accommodation at no cost. It covers computer labs, wellness center, and all other amenities. Now, for the living expense, according to IRCC, it's as far back as September 1st of last year, it increased. It's now 22,895 Canadian dollars per year for a student. That's your living expense. Let's just say approximately 23,000 for living expense that you need to show. So let's talk about payment. We do have an application fee of 100 Canadian dollars when submitting an application, and our deposit is your semester fee, which is usually 50%. So if your tuition fee for your program is just 18,000, your deposit will be around 9,000, and this needs to be paid within 30 days after getting your offer. Now, we do have some scholarship that has been ongoing, and if they're going to continue, I would also let you guys know, but at the moment, it's still ongoing. We have an academic entrance scholarship of 2,000 Canadian dollars for all international students. You don't have to apply differently for the scholarship. It is automatic for all international students. We have the English for academic purpose scholarship, but I don't think any of us will be needing that because Ghana is it's an English speaking country. So that's 500. But we also have spousal scholarship, because if you remember, before you could come in with your spouse and your spouse will get an open work permit. But now for colleges particularly, you cannot come in with your spouse whereby you can't open work. So we understand that the immigration policy has changed. In order to help some families that are interested in moving together, we've introduced a spousal scholarship whereby if I'm coming into Fanshawe College, say September 26th, and my spouse also wants to come in with me, I'm paying 18,000 for my full year tuition. Instead of my spouse paying 18,000, my spouse will be paying 7,000 less of the 18,000. So we'll be awarding my spouse 7,000 off his tuition. So that's going to be 11,000 in total for my spouse. And I think that's really good for people who are considering that. And if it's a 2-year program, it can go up to 14,000 Canadian dollars. So let's talk about the requirements. So our undergraduate programs are the certificate, diploma, and advanced diploma programs, inclusive of the bachelor's. Now, who can apply? If you're fresh out of high school, if you have your WASI, you can apply. If you have just your national diploma and maybe you didn't progress for the higher national diploma, you can apply. If you have your higher national diploma, but with either a lower credit or a third class, then you can consider this, because we would not accept a lower credit or third class for postgraduate. So you can consider any of our undergraduate program. If you have a bachelor's for third class also, you can also consider this. Our requirements are very, very easy. We need just your WASI, your O-level certificate, and the scratch card, the result checker pin. We need your international passport, and we need your CV if you're a matured applicant. If you have your HND or bachelor's, you can also attach it to the application, but these are the major requirements for our undergrad programs. Now, for our postgrad programs, we take people who can apply. We take people who have HND credit and above, upper credit or distinction, you're good to go. Second class, lower and above, you're good to go. If you remember earlier in my last slide, I said we don't take third class for postgraduate. But if you have a third class and you have a master's degree, we might consider, admission might consider that, and we can accept you for a postgraduate program. But if you also have a bachelor's third class and you have a PGD and relevant working experience in that desired field, we can consider that. And if you already have a master's and you don't know, or you're not sure of what level to go, we can also consider you for our graduate programs. So what do we need from you, the requirements? We need just your international passport, your HND or BSc certificate and transcript, and your CV, just that. We don't need you to provide statement of purpose or anything. We just need these 4 documents from you. Now, the major question is, like I said, international education is an investment. How do we help? How do we support the international student, not just they getting their admission and getting their visa on campus? Before you leave, we organize an in-country pre-departure session to tell you, oh, these are the likely things that you need to pack. These are the likely things that you might see. A pre-departure session just to tell you, prepare your mind before moving. Financial Cares also organize a virtual pre-arrival session which tells you all the necessary things you need. Financial Cares can pick you up from the airport to your accommodation at no cost. We have an international office dedicated for international students, meaning that if you are on campus and you feel you need any sort of help, be it to immigration advice or anything, you can just walk into the international office and we'll be more than happy to help you. We also have financial friends and community that will call to check up on you from time to time and just see how you're doing. If you even need to ask questions about, oh, where's the nearest bank to me, or which would they recommend, they're just there to call you to check up on you so you don't feel so lonely till you get the hang of things. Lastly, let's talk about our career service. Like I said, Fanshaws, one of our major focus is making sure that we equip the students with the right skills to make sure that they excel in their career. But beyond that, we also go as far as we're immersed in making sure that they get the right careers and making sure that they find the right job. While we cannot provide the job for them, but we're there to support with resume and cover letter writing. If you have an interview maybe in a couple of days and you don't know what to expect, the likely questions, our career service can do a virtual or in-person interview preparation session for you, tell you the likely questions you might come across. We also have a professional wardrobe where students can just come in, pick something they would love to wear for their interview, because we understand you're an international student, you're coming to a new country, you might not know how you're supposed to dress for an interview or what to expect. So we're there to help you. You can come, pick up something. If you want to return it, fine. If you don't want to return it, that's also fine. Now, we have a job portal whereby we post relevant jobs every time. At least we have 10,000 full-time jobs, and we've seen students that have even gotten internship position from the job portal. Now, just like the way we organize, just like the way Skyned organize fairs, see a lot of institutions, different schools will come with the banners, and you can talk to different school reps. We also have that for our students in terms of career. So career fairs, whereby we invite over 200 employers for them to come with their stand, so our students can walk about, tell them what they're studying. Hello, my name is Ajibola. I'm studying aerospace operation management. I'm in my last semester. This is what I've learned and on campus. This is what I'm presently working on. I would love to intern with you guys. Do you have open position? This way, our students can even secure opportunities before they're done with their program. And this has also helped students to even secure co-op opportunities. Some have been able to secure full-time position, volunteer position, and also internship with this. So this has been very helpful, and I'm sure we'll continue this because it's not going anytime soon. Now, graduates in the workforce. According to, let me put it this way, the provincial rate for employment rate for a graduate in Ontario is 85.8%, meaning that in Ontario, at least 85.8% of graduates get a job in 6 months in the field of study that they studied, like in that line. That is within 6 months, at least 85.8% of graduates in Ontario get a job. Now, for Fanshawe, it is higher than the provincial rate. It is 89.7%. Also, we've gotten employer satisfaction. We've gotten remarks from employers saying they're very satisfied with the graduates that they employed from Fanshawe. For the provincial rate, it is at 91.8, but for Fanshawe, it is at 93.8. That means we're doing something right. Certainly, that means we're doing something right. And we would love the chance to do that for you too. So please, please reach out to Skyned so they can help you with your application. We have 3 intakes: January, May, and September every year. So September this year is still very open. January is open, May is open. You can also follow us on our social media, and we'll be more than happy to see you on campus. Thank you so much. So if you have any questions, please, you can either unmute or you can just drop a message in the chat box.
Thank you very much, Ajibola, for that valuable insight into Fanshawe College. Now I would take the questions from the attendees. If you have any questions, you can drop it in the chat box or prompt us to unmute you. We'll take any questions at all for Ajibola from Fanshawe. We still have Holmes Institute on the call. So if you have any questions pertaining to that as well, we can just ask away. Okay. In the absence of any further questions, ladies and gentlemen, as we bring our Study Abroad Summit 2026 to a close, I would very much like to appreciate and thank all our institutional partners, Arden University, Fanshawe College, Burgundy School of Business, and Holmes Institute for taking our time to share the academic opportunities in their institutions with us. I also would like to share my appreciation for our attendees for taking our time to attend. Now, if any of our attendees is interested in putting an application through any of the schools that have shared their insights with us, kindly reach us by our WhatsApp channel. The contact details and our email for Ghana has been shared in the chat box, so you can just you can just reach us via our WhatsApp channel, our email, or through via our website, either UniCollege link or UniCollege portal. Thank you very much, everyone. This is the end of the summit, and we hope to hear from you by getting or receiving all your applications. Thank you. Bye.